Hello friends, this is Otz, and some of you might remember that a few years ago we came up with the expression the Otzdarva Law. It's something that other people have made videos about, there's even a Wikipedia article about it, and the big idea of this law is that it describes something that happened very consistently back then, okay? Here is how it went. If there is a map offering being used at the start of a match, and during that match, someone disconnects early, like for example, they go down and they quit on the spot, then that very same person that first quit is almost always the same person that brought the map offering. This, if you think about it, makes quite a lot of sense, right? The person that used the map offering already had an idea of where they wanted to go, how they wanted to play the game, but then when reality hits them like a truck and maybe they don't get their map, or they go and they fail their plan that they had in their mind, then they are the first person to become frustrated and quit the game immediately. This happens so consistently, we have countless examples over the years, but this law has become a little bit irrelevant because map offerings right now have all been nerfed. They no longer have a 100% chance to send you to a certain realm. Now the chance is more like 20%, you can't even stack them together, so people don't really use them anymore. However, I deeply regret to inform you all that I might have found a second Otzdarva Law, another pattern that is repeating itself, not quite as often, but still concerningly frequently. And it also has to do with people giving up, people quitting the game and seemingly refusing to play. And I'm not talking about someone quitting the game when everyone's dead or quitting the game because they have some emergency they have to go. No, I'm talking people that are playing the game, but once they start to get chased, they just don't even make an effort. They just give up or even try to act friendly. And I'm going to explain exactly what makes this law come into effect. Now, if you're like me and you see a survivor that is doing nothing in front of you, you might think that there's something wrong with them, that maybe they have a little emergency and they need a minute. Maybe you think that they're AFK or something, and you might let them be and go for someone else. I'm a content creator. Most of the times I'm playing Dead by Daylight, I'm recording, or I am live streaming, so I want my games to be fun. So I am guilty as charged of doing that. I'll see a survivor that gives up and I'll leave them and go for someone else. Give them a chance to maybe get their bearings or whatever. But here is the interesting thing. If you leave these survivors, you will often realize that your gens in the background are going to start flying. And here is the pattern. If you look at the build of that person that was giving up, their build will almost always be comprised of very aggressive gen-oriented perks. Perks to do gens as quickly and as efficiently as possible. No other perks to help other people, help themselves, or maybe anti-tunnel or info, no. Almost everything, or at least a good part of the build, is going to be dedicated to do gens as quickly as possible. And this puts you in a hell of a predicament. If you chase these people, they give up immediately. They go on the hook or they DC. They do not want to play the game. They do not want to engage in the game whatsoever. And here is where the Otzdarva Law II comes into effect. If a survivor refuses to engage in normal gameplay, refuses to be chased, doesn't even try, seemingly gives up, that survivor will almost always have a build that is mostly or entirely focused on doing gens fast. That's it. That's the second law. And it's happened so frequently. Ever since I started noticing it, I've been recording and I have some examples for you. Maybe none of them better than this one that you see in the background right now. So at the start of the game, we have a perk that reveals all of the survivors, and we notice that this player right here, the Steve, has a perk that will speed up his first few generators, right? It is called Bardic Inspiration. We interrupt him with a guard, and right there and then, on the spot, he decides, that's it, I'm giving up. He doesn't make an effort to be chased, he doesn't try to last a second more. You might think that this is just him being funny, but trust me, he did it again later in the match. The only way this Steve wanted to play the game was if I ignored him. And guess what? If I ignored him, he had a perfect build to do gens really fast in the background and get out as quickly as you can. This is a bit of a concerning trend in the DBD community. There are some players that want to just win and get to the end game as quickly as possible, but they do not want to engage with other survivors, with the environment. They don't want to do totems up a chest or anything, or even the killer himself at all. They just want to do that. And there might be two ways to explain this. It might be that this type of build is so good that these survivors that are not maybe so good at the game are boosted into a higher MMR than they should be. That could be an explanation. There's also a lot of people that frankly play the game just to get their cosmetics, get their daily login rewards, get their rev progress and unlock skins maybe, but they really do not care about the gameplay itself. To them, playing DBD is just a chore. And I'm sure you know and you've met a lot of people like that. Either way, it is quite depressing to see it in action. I was originally going to end the video right here, but when I watch some of this footage, it makes me realize that some of the survivors, they're not exactly giving up. It's true that once you chase them, they do nothing and they go down in 2 seconds, but it might be that they simply don't have a build to let them know what to do and they are out of their depth and they're really struggling. But maybe some of these people actually want to try, and the only problem that they have is that they have the wrong build. For that reason, I want to recommend a build for you to run that is not going to induce you into making these mistakes. Do not run a build like this. This is a build that I've seen so many times, variations of the build so many times, and it's got a bunch of perks that are going to give you stronger skill checks, easier to hit skill checks that make more and more progress every time, right? And then an extra toolbox if you go into a locker, and there's only one problem. If you have a killer without a terror radius, this perk does nothing. If you have a killer with perks or power to interrupt you on and off on gens, this perk does nothing. If you get chased at the start, like we saw with the Steve earlier, this perk does nothing. And if you are focused and being chased after the hook, this perk doesn't help you. This entire build has no self-healing, no info perks, nothing to help you in chess, nothing at all. I'm going to give you a build that works very similar to this, but is far more consistent and allows you to know a little bit better what is happening around you while still doing gens very respectably fast. And this is the build. This build is honestly wonderful. I've tested it out many times in the recent days, and my escape rate has been phenomenal with it. One of the main reasons why is our first perk, Resurgence. Anytime we get on hook, we're gonna start with 70% progress. And if the killer's not directly on us, that typically means our teammates can heal us very quickly, making us less attractive to tunnel for the killer. If you have a medkit, you can also heal yourself very quickly without needing someone else. So you don't even need a toolbox in this build to work, even though it works better with it. Then we go with the classic Deja Vu. It shows you the aura of generators, which in indoor maps is going to save you more time than you can imagine, and also makes you do them a little bit faster reliably. Here's the word, reliably. No need to have a terror radius from the killer, no need to hit skill checks that can sometimes be unpredictable. This is just good, reliable gen speed. When our toolbox is over, we still have the perk build to last to go into a locker and refill it. We can do it once, even twice, maybe even save it for the last gen or to sabotage something in the endgame if you know where to use it. So this is still really powerful and super simple to use. And the final perk, the one perk that everyone sleeps on, that makes this build so much better, Poised. Anytime you touch a gen, and you're going to do it often with Deja Vu because you always see at least 3 of them, you see where the killer is. And this allows you to know whether or not you should be using the toolbox, or maybe the killer's close and you want to move to another one. Seeing the killer on and off is so good. And don't forget that Poise has a secondary effect. Anytime a gen gets done by you or anyone else, for the next 30 seconds, you leave no scratch marks. Look at this footage. It's the end of the game. I pop the last gen. I go and open the gate and I know the killer is coming. I know it's very risky and I run out. And because I have no scratch mark, this ghoul loses me. And I actually make it out with my entire team, if I recall correctly, or at least most of us. This was not a one-time off. We won against so many ghouls in my solo games. This build really works. If your teammates are not being a little bit stupid, I think you can have a really decent win rate with this build and still get a lot of gen speed done. And I'm gonna show you probably my favorite match out of all the ones that I played with some really funny teammates and show you exactly how good this build is. Okay, the survivors in this lobby are really funny. I joined in and they were chatting to each other. Apparently they are on a 27 escape duo streak or trio streak. I'm not too sure. But these guys are playing serious. So we're gonna be helpful. I told them that my name is Otz and I'm a streamer and stuff, and they did not believe me. So, yeah. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Keep in mind, we're playing against Vecna, who is one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest killer in the game, according to stats. That is a little bit scary. We're gonna start doing a gen that's really safe, which is a little lame, but I guess that's fine. Anytime we touch a gen that's new, obviously we're gonna see the aura. Seems like it's far enough for me, so I'm happy to just burst through this first toolbox that we have. We'll be able to go into a locker and maybe make a second one or a third one later. But for now, this is all we get. My gen is not the most progress. Okay, no painters. So, alright, gen 1 done. By the way, do not sleep on the 30 whole seconds of no scratch marks. In the end game, especially, when you pop a gen, the killer typically... I don't want to get in her... Yeah, I don't want to get in her way. If she goes down there, I can go into a locker, no joke, and sabotage whatever's up here. Okay, she's doing great. Right, my toolbox is coming back. If she does under a pallet, I can help as well. Okay, I don't think this killer's gonna look at me anymore. Let's go. I got my toolbox back. I'm here to take a hit if I need to. And I mean, sabotage is a bit tricky because he's in the very middle of the map. Exactly where I would do it, I'm not too sure. All right, you know what? They clearly have teamwork going. Let them be. Let them be for a while. Let Rick handle it. They might be in comms for all I know. Let's sit on another gen and pop this. Okay. This is a great time with deadlock. This is a great time to hop into a locker. Oh, never mind. Hold up. My toolbox is full. I'm gonna waste it. And then hop into a locker. Okay, and after that we have a third toolbox. We have a bit of time to open a chest. We get another item. Oh, what's better? Honestly, the ball, I think it's better. It's hard to tell. One of them highlights the killer when he uses a certain add-on. A certain power. And the other one does the same, but for the other one. Okay. We're chilling. Let's drop down. Oh, beautiful. I see you, Zara. I see where the ball is. He's chasing me, and I'm very, very happy because this is actually one of my favorite buildings to be chased in. Basically, you go up here and you start going to the right, okay? His flight does not let him get too close. If you get chased in this direction, you vault the window. This killer was too smart, however. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of went already ahead. Maybe I could have waited a little bit longer. I'm sadly not too sure how many pallets are left down back here. But we could check really quickly. Okay, this pallet's gone. I'm gonna take this and go right back. If I'm lucky, I make this window. I don't think he has his spell yet. I'm not lucky. I don't make this window. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't think this is... Oh! You know what? I believe that this guy's on a 27 win streak. That was actually kind of cracked. Thanks, buddy. Alright, here we go. Let's do this one more time. Let's wait right here to see which direction it's coming from, I guess. Oh. Okay. I'm not too sure what the plan is, but fair enough. Okay, Rick's down there. I could touch his shin real quick, I would see the killers. Oh. Okay, well, we're chilling. He's not under a pallet, is he? I don't think so. Okay, I think it's time for us to soak up this paintbrush. Oh, maybe not. Yep, we soak it up. That's okay. My only concern is what happens if the other gen is right next to her. Okay. Finish this and then we see how we go and heal, I guess. They rescue her. Damn, that's risky, man. Ooh. Was that for the people? Nice. Oh my god, these guys are crack, dude. They brought stuff. Okay, what do I get? Not bad, not bad. Oh, well, but never mind. Actually, kind of bad. Alright, this team is not doing so well, man. I'm very happy that I started doing this gen. Because if it wasn't for this, I think we might be about to all die. Okay. They need me to open this gate as well, by the looks of things. Okay. Let's do it. Wait, she's opening the other gate. Shit. Wait, if she's opening the other gate, maybe I need to come with the flashlight that I found in a chest earlier. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Hold up. We cannot let him see me. Super important. Okay. Okay. I got you, buddy. Let's get out of here. I know that that hand does not block the pallet long enough. Okay. I think I'm out. I think I'm out, but I don't know about them. Okay. Okay. I think I'm out. I think I'm out. He's used his flight. I think I beat him to it. Nice, thank you, little item. Oh, Claudette, please tell me, or Rick, tell me you're there to help me out. Body block, body block. No! No! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, the animation bugged out. The animation bugged out. What? Oh, he's out. Oh my god. Oh my god, did I save this? Did I save their streak? Oh, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? Sorry. Is the streak alive? Sorry for lying about being Otz. It's the only way that randomers take me seriously. We knew, but don't worry. Thanks. Oh, these guys are gonna be so happy when they watch the video. Okay, dude. GG's. This game, dude.